Praise Lil Nas X.
You are live.
Oh, no, you didn't, John. Okay. You guys got this? You guys going to hold the fort down for a minute?
You are live.
Explain to everybody that we do not have our
Did you share it to the group?
I don't know. It shared it automatically to YouTube, the podcast page.
I'll go look at the group right now.
It says posted an AFC South Fan Battle.
Yeah, I got that notice on my.
Yeah, it's live.
On the
group or on the page?
Both.
Mute that bad boy.
I'm gonna pin it to the top then.
Yeah, it's just not on my personal page and it's not on Twitter tonight. So everybody who is watching, we had some technical difficulties this evening, clearly. But yeah, quick update episode. Anyways, Matt Overton got stuck in Florida, aka wanted to stay because it's awesome here.
No, he got stuck in Hawaii. He's coming back to Florida. That's why he got stuck.
Which part of Florida are you talking about, Sam?
Every part of it. Jacksonville's pretty awesome. Okay. It's beautiful here. It's paradise. Just, be careful where you go.
Right.
But anyway, Matt's going to get you guys engaged and leading off. We don't have our regular streaming service. We're updating that with chat box and all that stuff. To be honest, if any Jags fans are watching, if anybody wants to jump on and talk about this Ramsey debacle, I would love. I just feel like I get my feelings too much.
There's a Ramsey debacle? Wait, are you talking about your Ramsey debacle or there's an actual one?
My Ramsey debacle.
So your personal debacle with him?
Well, no. So I that was an entanglement. But he came out and said some the reason why he left the Jaguars this week.
Was it because of you?
No, that's why he said he wished he stayed. I got blocked by Ngakwe. So.
Yeah, I complimented you on that.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
That's actually pretty epic. Now, this is why I don't really bother DeForest Buckner much because I don't want him to block me because he'd be like this.
I mean, I've literally never bothered him from what I understand. Anybody who follows him that's a Jags fan, he's blocking. The only thing I said is he said after we'll talk about it. Y'all get people.
Yeah, let's talk about it for sure. I'm ready for this. Let's talk about how butthurt people get.
We'll talk about this in a minute. But if there are any Jags fans watching, if you want to jump on, please jump on. Hit your girl up.
Slide in the DMs.
I also am laughing because I just realized that John Haw's name is Donnie Stingley, and I love
That's awesome.
I just figured I had to be a true Titans fan. At least that's what I've been told.
So you have to be delusional today? Is this going to be a long episode?
I've been told I'm not a true Titans fan, so I better start acting the part.
No. Fair enough. Good start. Change your name. Great start.
I like it when you tell the truth about your team. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a hater. Chris Royal all the time says that I fondle other teams' nutsacks because I'm a Texan hater. No, my team sucks, man. What do you want me to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna be 4th place. Woohoo!
It'd be like me trying to talk shit about the Rangers, but we're 80 games under 500.
Right.
No, dude.
Listen.
Joey Gallo's an all-star, bro. Come on, man.
Right.
I don't believe in saying. I believe in transparency. If I don't think my team's gonna win that week, I'm gonna say it. If they win, then that's great. Yeah. I don't know.
But my team ain't gonna go 17-0 every game.
Right. If I
not
say
Gerald Gomez.
Here's the thing: whether I think the team is gonna win or lose it has no impact on the outcome of the game.
Right.
So
Well,
why do people care?
When the Astros,
Speaking of crying about the Rangers, we're down 14-0.
Yeah,
Who you playing?
looking at that.
The Tigers.
ooh,
Could be worse than
Aren't they worse than us?
they're close.
the Nationals game. I think it's the Nationals. They're up
Oh,
like
no.
18-1 right now.
Speaking of Donnie Stingley, he says, "Don't mean I'm gonna suffer through Negatrons, Fokker hashtag Fokker fan Titan hating ass."
I literally have no idea what he just said.
Where's this at?
On another post that I was doing.
Oh, nice.
Was that English?
Who? No,
What
I
he
mean
said?
it's Titan language. You got had pick and
What are you
choose.
talking about? He's on the show tonight.
Donnie, is that English? Oh, cool. The Rangers are trending with trash. Nice. That's what's up.
Well, yeah, like when the Astros went like what 3 seasons back to back with 100 lost season, I was like, you know what, the Astros, I'll tell you what, they're gonna go for a world. No, I'm like they suck. You know?
Don't worry about them. Just give them 3 more years
Right,
and some trash cans, and they'll be just fine.
right. And when like the Rockets pre-hardened, I wasn't like, oh, we're gonna win it. No, I was like, we suck.
I mean, post Harden, I don't understand why y'all thought that.
Right. I was like, oh, James Harden was the problem. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't part of the solution.
He was the problem why we didn't win playoff games. He wasn't the reason why we weren't winning.
Right, he was a problem in the types of wins that you guys had.
Well, here's the
Right,
thing: is I think that and it started to show towards the end of it, is that James Harden, and it became a narrative there for a minute, that James Harden grew accustomed to getting those types of calls that he would get through the regular season, but then the referees were a little bit more disciplined in the playoffs, and he didn't know how to adjust because he always did that kick your leg out thing every time, and he was going to the foul line all the time, and I don't know, instead of adjusting for it, he seemed to just whine about it.
That's all right. Next year, his average will go down by like 15 because of the new rules.
His weight's going to go up by 15.
James Harden's going to become irrelevant after these new Euros go into place.
Breaking news: John Lester just became the oldest pitcher to hit a home run against the Nationals, 18-1, or for the Nationals, 18-1 against the Marlins, 18-1.
John Lester is still playing.
Right. I
didn't even know he was playing.
Right, that's even more breaking news. Like
Breaking news: John Lester's on a baseball team still.
Right, with the wheelchair.
With the the first guy in a wheelchair to hit a home run,
Right.
or to have a hit in a game. Hey, what's going on with that wife beater case from LA? What's his name? Trevor Bauer. They took him out of MLB The Show.
Yeah. Like it wasn't his wife. It was like a side piece or something like that.
Whatever. That's a
Right.
lie.
But like the thing is, like, he has text messages saying she likes it like that, but the girl like lost conscious and he stuck it somewhere.
I'm sure she loves to get knocked out unconscious, not knowing what's going on.
Not knocked out, like she was choked out with her own hair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she loves being choked out unconsciously.
Right. And then
who doesn't really?
And then waking up with
something so hard.
Then waking up with something and somewhere you don't want it to be, like, oh yeah, I want that. Like, come on, dude. Come on, bro.
That's exactly what I texted you, actually.
Right. Oh, you did everything I asked for. Thanks, babe.
That was so great. Couldn't have asked for any better.
Fucking. But he's the one behind this whole pitcher debacle about the substance.
Of course.
Dude just runs his mouth way too much. He's like,
well, I'm gonna be honest. Apparently, he's like super really good, but I hadn't actually heard about him until like
he is.
This whole thing happened.
He is, but ever since they started checking for substance, his numbers started going down.
That's how disconnected from baseball I've been.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of easy to get disconnected when you're baseball teams. You know.
Da Vinci said, "Stick to football." Y'all dogging Harden. Yeah, sorry, we're dogging a guy that gets half of his points from free throws. My bad.
Who said that?
Da Vinci, who's wrong almost all the time.
Oh, he's a Brooklyn Nets fan. So.
Oh, that's why. So he now that James Harden is a net, he has to defend him. My bad. He was probably talking shit about him when he was in Houston.
The elder Don Stingler said, "Yeah, it's English. Falcon, Seahawk, Packer fan.
I saw that.
Packer fan."
Where's this at? What?
Oh, here we go. All right, so let's see. So OKC. I want to see free throws attempted. Yeah, so James Harden has attempted. He attempted 10 free throws per season for 3 years in a row and averaged over 30. In the last 3 years, those free throws attempted have dropped by half, and his scoring average has dropped by 10. Oh wow! What do you know?
In the playoffs?
Shock. Period.
Oh yeah.
Period. The dude is a stat pattern.
Well, and plus with
He
the new
used the rules to his advantage. Fair enough.
Well, next year remember they're changing up the rules next year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna be hurt big time next year.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's also what's funny. His last year in OKC, he averaged 16 points, right? He only averaged 10 free throws. His first year in Houston, he averaged 25, but averaged 10.5 free throws a game. Yeah. And he shoots, and don't get me wrong, he shoots the free throw extremely well, which is why he tried to do it so hard. Because that's basically
points are points.
That's how he gets half his points. No, I'm just saying he stat pads it.
I was supposed to ask you about Paris Campbell. It's pure comedy.
Who's Parrish Campbell?
I don't know.
I know Paris Campbell. I don't know Parrish Campbell. He must be talking about Jumanji or something.
Da Vinci Charles said Paris Campbell is pure comedy.
What do I talk about Parrish Campbell? That I hope he's healthy. That's been pretty much all I say.
Are the Bucks winning tomorrow?
Probably.
I guess tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? I guess it's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. The NBA, the almost all-time worst final schedule in sports history.
He said Paris, asshole.
No, he did.
He corrected himself.
I bet he did.
What did he make Titans fans mad saying that he's better than Josh Reynolds?
I always make Titans fans mad. Paris Campbell would smoke Josh Reynolds. Like let's not get it twisted. Paris Campbell is going to have a way better season than Josh Reynolds. So let's not get it twisted. If Paris Campbell can stay healthy, he's a 1,000-yard receiver.
Here's the thing: if the Titans roster is completely healthy all year, Josh Reynolds ain't going to be getting thrown to a whole lot.
Exactly.
He's not going to have the opportunities to be fantastic.
John, you stop it, okay? You're acting like a rational fan. Okay.
I'm just saying, if everyone stays healthy, I think every Titans fan would rather us throw to A.J. Brown and Julio Jones than Josh Reynolds.
You stop that right there, sir. You need to quit it.
Oh, sorry. Wait. This is a new day.
Right.
If Paris Campbell stays healthy, we will have 2,000-yard receivers. And T.Y. Hilton will only get 500.
Was Pittman?
Pittman and Paris Campbell. Yeah. But Titans fans love to forget that Paris Campbell's actually torched the Titans, and then he got hurt.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're waiting on you.
Let me pull up the chat here on the side.
Sorry, Da Vinci. I said if he stayed healthy.
Pull up the chat.
I said big if, too. I'm sorry you like to twist words to make yourself sound smarter. See, these people are so lucky on Facebook, man. Oh my god. I've been looking at some of these posts and I'm just like, man, 9 more days. 9 more days.
Did your DeForest Buckner page get blocked too?
Yeah, it said that I was impersonating somebody. I think remember what's that dude's name? Vasco. He had his dad's like in the group. or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
I think he got butthurt. I think he got butthurt. I called him out on something, and then he reported it. He reported my profile.
The one that Clinton House made him and his dad mad.
Yeah. So he basically reported it. So it got banned, and they're like, please show us your ID to continue this page. And I was like, okay, well, that didn't last very long. That was a whole 2 days.
Okay. So if you guys are just watching, like I said, we had some technical difficulties this evening, and yeah, I don't even have my microphone. So this is a
We're live on YouTube.
Start.
That's what's up.
Let me stop this. And then we're going to start again. Harish, will you back it up on your end?
Yeah, I need permission. Yeah. Done, son.
Stuff to talk about tonight, guys. Not really.
Do we?
No.
I was gonna say the most interesting thing is that rookies report to training camp tomorrow.
Richard
For
Sherman.
some team.
I would say the most interesting thing is now on our teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is something new
Right.
for once.
Yeah, as a Texas fan, I'm like, yeah, it's not about me.
It's the longest you've gone without being in the news.
Right. This Justin, they traded Jeremy Tunzel for a 7th round pick.
Imagine the scenes.
Oh, bro, I really could be a Texas fan. Not just.
No, you wouldn't.
Move. Would I get in trouble if I retweeted this?
What?
It says, tell me
Right.
you're a F Colts fan without actually telling me. Because somebody got mad that he got called out for Jonathan Taylor torching the Jaguars defense in the second game. I'll just retweet it.
All right, y'all ready?
Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
Do
it.
it.
I can't tell if you guys are muted or.
I'm
Same.
not. Hey Sam, can
Oh,
you
shit, I
start?
really can't
can
hear
you
you.
start?
Hold on.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Hey, we killing us.
I really can't. This is awful, guys. Stop. Let me stop. Let me just stop. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Let me make sure everybody can hear me on here. I hate technology today.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just heard you. Da Vinci, Michael
we're
Pitt.
good. All right, let's get this ball rolling. I, for some reason, have to have our streaming service that we normally use, that you guys see all the pretty features and everybody commenting on the sides. Because I'm missing a piece to my microphone, everything got screwed up. I need you, Justin Gonzalez. I needed you. But yeah, so we'll be back next week because we officially start. We got a whole new look and a whole new network.
A whole new season.
I have to keep Streamlabs open in order to hear you guys. I don't know what's going on. So with that being said, let's get the ball rolling.
Word.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle podcast. My name is Samantha Wernett, hosting this thing tonight, and I am excited. I think as of today, we're 51 days till regular season kickoff, but rookies report to training camp. Is it tomorrow? Next week?
For some teams, yeah.
Some
Full
teams
training
tomorrow.
camp is next week. Rookies are tomorrow for some teams.
Yep. So here we are. So let me introduce our commentators for this evening. Representing the Texans, we have Matt Briggs.
Look, Texans, you don't have to go 0-16. You can go 1-15 or 1-16. Just beat the Titans for me, just one time. One
That
time.
intro was just as bad as the Texans. Good job, man.
Right. Hey, all we know is how to be trash. So
Representing the Titans, we have Negatron, aka John Hall.
hey, you didn't see his name? It's Donnie Stingley.
Everyone's favorite Titans fan is here.
I mean,
Let's
you're our
go.
favorite. You're the only one that shows up.
Everyone's favorite.
Representing the Colts, we have Harish Nukala.
I have returned. I get out of jail in 9 days, and you are not ready for that. Go Colts! Oh, and DeForest Buckner, follow me on Twitter. Thanks.
And representing the Jaguars tonight, we have me. I'm doing dual roles. I kind of always do dual roles, right? But, whatever. We don't have too much to talk about. We're about to get into the thick of it next week. We just wanted to give everybody a quick update, some NFL news, some things here and there, nothing too crazy. To start it off, I guess we'll talk about Richard Sherman attacking a door. Does anybody want to talk about it?
He attacked the door, and the. Can we talk about the 911 operator who took that call?
I didn't.
And the lack of urgency she had. She was basically like, "Oh, hey, Richard Sherman is knocking on your door. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. So is he like actually there knocking on your door, or
Like
is he,
the Richard Sherman?
like yeah, it's like the. I mean, that's basically the tone she had, right? So she was like, she said something like, "Ma'am, I need you to calm down. Are you sure that he's at the door?" Like something random. I don't know. I'll have to find it and share it with you guys. But yeah, hopefully she doesn't have a job anymore, because if she took my call and that was an emergency.
So look, if I'm Nick Casario, I'm calling his in-laws and be like, hey, how much can I get for that door? Like, I need a blocker. Like, sign me up. That door,
How much do you want?
Right.
We will lock it tight.
Like, what you need? I got you.
We got Whataburger. We got
right. Some Skittles. Like, I can hit Bill O'Brien. I know where his stash is.
That's Phil's ice house.
Right.
What do
Like
you want,
that door, man, I'm surprised it stayed intact. He was hitting it hard.
Hey, you might
I
get.
don't want to find out what brand it is. I feel like it's very safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
I mean,
To a point.
they need to like use that for their like commercials.
what is he like 6'2", 265 pounds or something like that? Nothing but muscle.
Beating the ever living
Dude, like nonstop. Yeah, like
That was pretty intense.
yeah.
Yeah.
They stick the dogs on him.
But the
Did they?
judge pretty,
Mm-hmm.
was that what
Oh,
made him
wow.
run?
That's what put him to the hospital. The dogs effed him up.
Huh. See, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, besides that, Matt, you got any news from the Texans?
No. I mean, there's a us Texan fans always take hits in the mouth. So there is an NFL story that got hit in the mouth. Dwayne Haskins got his teeth knocked out by his old lady on July 3rd or 4th. Like, she got arrested for hitting him in the mouth and knocking 2 of his teeth out. You haven't seen the memes of his mouth guard yet?
I think I saw a picture of it.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Has she been signed by anyone yet?
It's not funny. Yeah, he's with the Steelers.
No, the girl.
Oh, right.
Yeah, actually,
I think USC picked her
her
up.
and the door got picked up by the Browns. So
Hurry.
Damn. I was texting to pick them up. Better than what we had.
Well, we were watching a video prior to this about Deshaun Watson supposedly being traded when his court stuff is done. Who knows what the hell's going on with that? We don't. It's like Antonio Brown all over again. Feel like we have to touch on it every week. But Pat Storm, if you're listening, we're waiting on you to come give us the real news, the real tea.
Give us the scoop.
We need the tea, bro.
So I'll talk about Jaguars news. Jalen Ramsey was on a podcast this week. Said a lot. Had a lot to say. You know what's funny?
Did he talk about you, Sam?
Huh?
Did he talk about you at all?
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You have
Yeah.
a kid named Ramsey, don't you?
Almost.
It was almost there. Huh?
But I think it's funny that he still is talking about us. Like, I think his feelings are just as hurt as ours are, to be honest.
I saw that he talked a lot about Tom Coughlin.
So I'm gonna read some of the.
It was a bad breakup.
It really was.
I mean,
so not that I still don't like him. I'm hoping that he's now like, oh shit, I'm here with Matt Stafford, aka Blake Bortles. Like, you know, like
whoa.
Don't disrespect
what?
that.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect that man like that.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Matt Stafford is nowhere near. Blake Bortles is nowhere near the level Matt Stafford's at.
Matt Stafford's like the most underrated quarterback in NFL.
Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. Yeah, I
Easily.
said it. Easily top 10.
Anyways,
He just happened to go to the Jaguars' sister organization, who's also a shit show, and be there for 12 years.
you know what? I'm tired of hearing about the Jaguar system too. Somebody was on Twitter, said something about the Jaguar. They're going to be awful because their system's awful. I'm like, that's literally the same regurgitated crap we hear every year.
do you even know what the
Because
Jaguar
it's-
system's going to be yet?
It's true.
No, that's what I mean. Literally, like, you can't even say the Jaguars are going to be awful because of the system when there's literally nobody.
Yeah, I know, right? Tell them they're going to be awful because of their roster.
I think that's what they meant.
Literally, no, you know what? I would take that. Like, I would take literally any reason besides, oh, well, they're just going to be terrible because their system. We have all new front office, brand new coaching staff.
Well, historically, the organization's been bad, so I think that's fair. It's a fair assessment, right?
I mean, bad and still good enough to beat you at home, but I mean, it's all good.
Hey, I mean, I guess if one win is being good enough for you, then
I actually
go
saw a
for it.
stat the other day that the last time the Colts beat the Jaguars at home was
2014.
2014.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I already knew that.
What was that?
I already knew that. And even in that time span, your one win every year for the last 7 years, we still have a better record than you. So
You know what? I don't even care because that one win that we cling on to is pretty much the same as the Super Bowl wins that you guys clung to before half the people watching were born. So
You
Which
mean
is still
win.
more than
you
you-
mean Super Bowl win,
Yeah.
not wins.
You're
Win.
you're
No,
you're
they have
legitimately care.
wins that they.
Wait, this
that-
is how we know.
Super Bowl 5.
This is how we know how
that's
bad
Baltimore.
the Jaguars are. No. This is how we know how bad the Jaguars want to be relevant. They're comparing one win to one team and one city to a win that wins the entire season. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Let's continue.
Well,
Please
I'm just
continue
saying,
with your
like, let's
infatuation
mean,
with Jalen
if we're going to
Hurts.
talk
Look.
about the past and you're going to say that we've always been terrible, then
But
let's
you
talk about
have.
the past
Except
and
Listen,
minus
hey,
one
listen,
year.
don't beat us.
Hey,
Minus one
Sam.
year.
I don't know if you guys listen. The Colts fans always talk about the past, and the Jag fans always talk about the future because that's where it's the brightest for both franchises.
Wow. Okay.
Bingo.
And the Titans fans only talk about this year because it's the only way they could try to stay relevant.
This
It's
is the
good.
best time of year. Okay, this is
Titans
the
fans,
Jags'
anticipation.
future is like the pot at the end of the rainbow. Like you just can't, like you just never can find it. Never.
Hey, this
Titans
is the
fans always talk
Jaguars
about
portion
being-
of the show. Okay.
Titans fans always talk about being 1 yard short. They always talk about that.
And you know what? The Titans fans always like to talk about everybody's past with everybody else because they're past, present, and future about everybody else because they don't have any of it. So
Well,
Especially
anyways, back to the topic. I want to read some quotes from Ramsey, if you don't mind,
God.
Because-
No, go for it, please.
because you know I find a lot of joy in this, but also sadness. I kind of like, dang, I kind of get it now.
we love
like,
it.
it's
We
like-
love them.
So
You know
you're
what?
you're back. You're back with them.
Yeah, we get it.
I'm gonna call it closure.
Go.
Okay, it's closure. So he said, quote, direct quote, I get into the office, it's Tony, Shad, Tom Coughlin, and Dave Caldwell, which would be Shad Connor, owner, his son, and then, the other two.
Tony's the
It-
short guy, right?
Mm-hmm. It's 4 of them in there, and then it's just me, and they're standing in a semicircle, all just looking at me, so I'm hot now. Like, first of all, you told me it was just you and Pops, and now I'm in here with Coughlin and Caldwell as well. So I guess Tony's the one that called the meeting. And then he goes on to say Shad started to speak first, and it was very respectful. You know, Jalen, we've got a lot of respect for you. We've got a lot of respect for your game. This, that, whoop-de-whoop. Are you and Doug going to be good? We don't want anything going on between a key player and our head coach. And I'm like, we good. It is what it is, and that's just part of the game. We're moving on. So then he goes on
When
to
was
say,
this the meeting? When was this meeting?
Over the weekend, right?
this would be the week before he got traded.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tom Coughlin didn't say nothing to me the whole time. He was just sitting there staring at me, like trying to give me one of those I'm going to intimidate you kind of looks, which I could totally see that. But I don't care about none of that. So I'm just sitting there staring right at him too. Tony said something too and was real respectful again, basically repeated what his dad said and kind of kept it moving. Like, man, we really think y'all should talk before anybody talks to the media. Y'all two should just talk and make sure y'all are good. And maybe you need to apologize to him. And then I told him, I said respectfully, I'm not about to apologize to him. I said, that's part of the game. Emotions get high. We might get into it. It ain't no beef. Ain't nothing going on between us. Me and Coach good. We've always been good. I ain't about to apologize to him for having high emotions during the game. He was like, okay, I respect it. Just think about it. So then he's still going on, but I'll just, So then Dave Caldwell, who was the GM at the time, he took the total opposite. I guess in there playing good cop, bad cop, he took the total opposite approach. He started cussing and trying to cuss me out like, you need to go fucking apologize. And I said, no, that's not happening. And then he said something else, but I forgot what he said. You know how when you're in shock sometimes and you give a little laugh, like he's crazy. So I gave him a grin and he's like, oh, this is funny to you. And I just started shaking my head. And then he was like, well, just get the fuck out. And he opened the door and I walked out laughing and he slammed the door behind me. And then that's from that moment is when he was like, I don't want to play here anymore. So yeah.
So basically, Tom Coughlin ruined the Jaguars. Shocking.
Dave Caldwell.
Dave Caldwell.
Oh, Dave Caldwell. Whatever, same person.
Dave Caldwell and Doug Marrone, what it sounds like.
Well, no, Doug Marrone. So I guess I can't remember what game it was, but there you could see.
Right, they got heated on the sideline together, right? Didn't he throw his helmet or something like that?
I don't recall
I think he threw
exactly.
it down or something like that, right?
But he's always been like that.
You know what? Look, it sounds like the cons. The cons were trying to be the Gandhis, which is what we do, right? We're just trying to be people. We're trying to make sure everybody gets together. Like, this is just what we do, right? We're just trying to, hey, we respect you, we love you, and here comes Doug Marrone.
They're from Pakistan, not India, Harish.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Wrong.
Let's get us canceled, Harish.
They're definitely not Gandhis. Never mind. They're the
By the way, if you're listening, Harish is Indian, so it doesn't count. PC.
And it does count.
Oh, 100%.
He's allowed to assume their brownness because he's brown. Okay.
No.
But Sam, you're right. Like he is that personality. When you show up to training camp in an armored car with a vest with a whole bunch of money bags, like that's the type of person.
And that's what I loved about him. Like.
He has that edge. I thought that was fantastic. Personally, I loved it. I personally loved it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The thing about those,
he did those kind of things you expected it because he did those type of things. Like,
right.
He builds up like a persona, and those are the sorts of things that's fun while they're still at the top of their game. It's like, next thing you know, like Richard Sherman was fun in his prime because he was trash talking and all that stuff. But now look at him. People don't think of him the same way, and that's kind of what was going on there.
But Jalen Ramsey is still at the prime of his
yeah, it's true. He is still playing at a high level.
I don't think he's actually. What is he, like 26 now? 27?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he's at
still
the
playing
prime of his career. Yeah, and he's playing.
He's top 5 easy.
Easily top 5.
Yeah, agreed.
Somebody just said Sam hates that y'all are talking about Sass God. But yeah,
it was Chris Jackson.
It was Chris.
Probably.
Your BFF.
But yeah, so the whole thing, I mean, basically, as we knew, all happened because of Dave Caldwell, and
in the front
surprise
office
there, but it's
Shocking.
good to kind of know why. So then after that, Yan went on Twitter and said the truth. What do you say? The truth will set you free. And I commented something about like, yeah, it will set you. Something about it will set you free
Of
Times
terrible
4.
organizations. Oh.
It'll set you free times 4 because he's been on 4 different teams in the last year, and he blocked me. So I got blocked by Yan. So
Oh yeah, and then I went on to comment that I got blocked by Dan Dockich, who's a radio host for a radio show in Indianapolis or a station. He's secretly obsessed with Ryan Grigson, and I torched him on his obsession with Ryan Grigson, and he blocked me on Twitter. So then I commented on his show on YouTube one day, and he called me out on it. And I had a great argument with him.
Like the GM list goes like of terrible GMs. It goes Bill O'Brien, Ryan Grigson. Right.
Yeah, no,
you're right.
100%. Bill O'Brien was better than
and then
Ryan
Dave
Grigson.
Caldwell.
And then Dave Caldwell, like, piggybacking right there.
Ryan
My whole
Grigson
thing
is
is,
by
like,
far.
How he said, like, we don't want this to go to the media and stuff, and then obviously we know what happened with Yan, and basically all of the defense just crumbled. If somebody would have just gone to the media and exposed all this, we could have.
Right. Could have moved on. Right.
That would be one hell of a 30 for 31 day. The destruction of the 2017 Jaguars defense.
So let me tell you that there could be a chance of Jalen Ramsey staying on the Jaguars.
That's the room, and I just.
So Dave Caldwell and Bill O'Brien, aren't they like best friends?
Bill O'Brien and Doug Marone.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. I was about to say Dave Caldwell was about to, hey Bill, how do I blow this team up? Like what should I do? But
Yeah, no, it's Doug Marone. I think Doug Marone didn't have enough balls.
Jacoby Covington says throw Rustin Webster in there too. We put him, we can put him right there.
But yeah, the rumor now is like, oh, Jalen always is talking about us because he misses us so much. He'll come back, and I'm like, that will never happen. Sorry, I don't ever foresee that.
I'm pretty sure Jalen Ramsey does not miss losing. I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure he doesn't miss losing.
I mean, of course he doesn't, but then he also sees that we're stacked now. Like,
With what?
you can't.
Sam.
Again,
What?
Harish, this is the future we're talking about. It's where it's the brightest. for
Maybe in 5 years, but not.
Not
five.
stacked with anything. Maybe 3 years. But see, that's a big maybe. It really depends on if the organization can move forward.
Like, look, I know you don't think he is, Sam, but adding Matt Stafford, the Rams went from here to here. They got to be one of the favorites in NFC.
So many people are jumping on that Rams bandwagon.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here saying that.
Oh, you
the
didn't
Rams
say that? I thought you said that Matt Stafford was like Blake Bortles.
Oh no, I am.
Yeah, she did.
I
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
It's on record.
I'm saying the Rams team. I'm not sitting here saying that the Rams aren't a good team. That's
They're
not
a
what I'm saying.
fantastic team.
I
They
love
are-
that defense.
And they
What-
upgraded in the most
What I'm
important.
saying is, like, the Jaguars offense now is not what the Jaguars offense has been in the last even 10 years.
No, you
But
actually
it's
got
not
weapons.
better than the Rams offense.
I'm not saying that, but who knows what's going to happen with
Hey,
the
hey,
Rams offense in
Sam,
3
don't forget the Jaguars motto. Hey, 3 years from now, look out.
Every 12 years.
Every 12 years.
You know, it's really funny that you are the one to talk when it's like no cap space, pro wrestler on your team. You know,
Yeah,
Derek
exactly. We've got everything going for us.
hanging on by a thread.
Don't they have a yoga instructor too?
We got everything going for us, is what you're saying.
That's gonna be the team that complains that the FedEx guy, they lost because of a FedEx delivery driver.
Hey, you know when we
Yeah.
have Matt Overton
The
on?
fix was in.
When we have Matt Overton on next week, we got to talk about the FedEx player. Like he
Yeah, we
launched
do.
that for him.
Very interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Right. You know,
Yeah,
so I got, like, hey man, did you like see him deliver your mail? Like, hey man, you want to kick for me to hey,
Did
I
he
need-
deliver a
It's
package to
funny
you?
that we have some friends that are FedEx delivery drivers. And I was talking about that because that episode is when Todd Clary was on and he delivers for FedEx too. And he was like,
Oh no.
NFL, if you're listening, you can pull me off the truck, give me 50 grand and a turkey sandwich.
I'm
Actually,
down.
That's funny.
But yeah, so to end the Jaguar segment, happy I got the closure with Ramsey. Rumor, Mill coming back. No, don't ever think that will happen. So don't get your hopes up. Would that be great? I don't know. It's like getting back with your ex. Like,
You dream of it. You love it. Stop it.
No.
I can see it. I can see it.
no. I'm looking towards the future, John. The
Oh, that's
future. I would love to have Calais Campbell back, even if he's 50 years old, just to sit on my bench. But that's neither here nor there. That was stupid. Anyways, moving on. Harish, what you got for it? Colts.
Hey, we just ready to party, you know?
I got a question for you, Reese. You heard that Sam's greatest fumble in the organization, Allen Robinson, just declined his franchise tag in the long-term deal. He's going to hold. Rumor is that he's going to hold out for a trade. Did the Colts go after him?
He's always said that.
I
think he
don't
comes back home.
I don't know if the Colts have any assets that they're willing to give up for him. I think that's the problem, right? Chris Bell. It really depends, right? I honestly feel like something dramatic would have to happen in order for the Colts to go get, like, Paris Campbell gets hurt again, right?
Well, is he worth more than a fourth?
Is he worth more than what?
A fourth?
Yeah, I mean, I'd give away a third for him, honestly.
What?
I'd even give away a second.
Damn.
You wouldn't like tell T.Y. to retire so you could fill his position at this point?
T.Y. Hilton. I don't know why T.Y. Hilton is looked at as the number one, because I don't think he's going to be the number one. I think
never
T.Y.
said he's the
Hilton's
number
going to
one.
play like a number 5 or number 3 or number 4.
But
Honestly.
even if he did retire, they still don't got that second or third round pick because of Carson Wentz. It's either going to be a third or a second.
It's going to be a first or second, right? So
Oh, the first? I thought it was a second or a third.
We don't. I mean, we have a first or a second. We just don't know what it is, right? And yeah, kind of like Jacoby said, Ballard doesn't like paying receivers.
Contingency for
Ballard is banking. Ballard spends his money in the trenches. It's clear.
What was the conditions of the Wentz trade? Remind us.
He has to pay 70% of the snaps to make the playoffs, or just play 75% of the snaps.
It seems like the Colts are. It feels like the Colts are content with where they're at. I don't see them making too many moves.
No,
at least at this point, right? I mean, they seem to be like, "Okay, this is where we're at, and we're going to roll with this."
Again, I think something dramatic would have to happen for them to even consider, because after you pay Allen Robinson, you got to pay him $18 million a year.
Well, he's going to be pricey.
We still haven't paid. Nelson hasn't gotten his extension. Leonard hasn't gotten his extension. Braden Smith hasn't gotten his extension. You go into next year.
Kenny Moore, right?
Kenny Moore just got paid last year, I believe.
Did he?
But then
I don't think we're going to be hearing about a lot of contracts that are long term as long as COVID's around, in my opinion, because if like now we have this new variant and whatever, like if we continue to lose games or capacity, like we're going to keep taking cap hits, and I don't think it's not like I don't think we're going to get any long-term deals except from star players. Because if you're going to have cap space or something, you know.
And I think it's kind of. I wonder if that's what Ballard did this year, is not taking any risks even on 1 to 2 year deals, because we don't really know, right? If the cap space goes down, then if the cap space, let's just say, you know, COVID affects the season again, impacts the season, cap space goes down again. Ballard looks like a genius because he doesn't spend all this money. We're still good cap situation wise, right? So.
I read a thing today that with the Jaguars system, they're going to be spending $22.2 million, I think, 22 million, but I can't remember the point, on QB1, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 2 tight ends.
Well, yeah, because they're all rookies on rookie deals.
Yeah,
that's a huge cap hit.
Well, yeah, and there are most first round picks. When you have 2 first round picks, that's what happens.
Eventually,
a lot of signing bonuses.
Yeah, it eventually catches up to you.
But the funny thing is, like, if say COVID does hit and we do get another cap hit, all of our teams are okay, except for the Titans. The Titans are done.
They are
stick a fork in them. Dead. They're not at me.
I don't worry. I never worry about the cap because those things can all be moved around. They do the magic with the numbers. Things work out.
It can, but
magic with the numbers. Get a driver off a FedEx truck. Do the
be
magical
fine.
number. Get a pro wrestler from the Olympics. Like, shut up, John. Come on.
Fine. I never worry about
You
it.
can have your Julio Jones for 1 year, but then you're also going to cry about a FedEx driver in 2 weeks. Like, let's be real. See, the manipulation of the cap hit is why Titans fans still cry about a FedEx punter.
And let's be honest, that's why the Seahawks fell from being Super Bowl contenders. They
lost everybody.
They destroyed their line. They got rid of Russell Okung. They traded Max Unger to the Saints for that tight end Jimmy Graham, who this was a bust. And, I mean, yeah.
Earl Thomas got pissed off and left. Richard Sherman said "fuck off" and left. Cam Chancellor was so pissed he retired. Like, they destroyed. Like, they
Twitter this
talk
week
about
up on that. They're like,
yeah.
Richard Sherman would have never acted this way if he was still in Seattle. Come home.
I'm pretty sure that took place in Seattle.
Yeah, but if he was still with Seattle.
Seattle. So, yeah, I mean, these 1 year, 2 year moves are fantastic, but over time, it'll catch up to you. So, yeah, Julio might be great now, but 3-4 years down the line, it'll hit you somewhere.
We'll
Especially
see.
because the Titans aren't going to do anything with that Julio.
Yeah, don't they still have to sign Derrick Henry?
No.
Just signed.
Did he?
Just re-signed
Yeah.
last year,
It
right?
was last year.
His extension? Yeah. I think it's good at least for 3 to 4 more years.
And
Jesus.
there's ways to
Yeah. Jacoby, the Saints are just now feeling the hit of those 3 years. So
they
had to get rid of the entire team.
Yeah, it's one of those things, but it's like it's the Titans made it clear they're in a win now mode. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, it'll eventually cap up to you, but that'll be past the point of our win now. So that'll be unloading it.
Yeah,
what
so
is
July 15th,
win now?
July 15th of 2020, he signed a 4-year, $50 million contract that includes $25.5 million guaranteed.
Wow. That's kind of low for a running back of his.
What was it?
4 year, 50 million.
4 years, $50 million,
It's not low
25.5
because the
billion
running
guaranteed.
back is the most saturated market in the NFL.
Yeah,
Well,
but when you're doing stuff he's doing,
here's the thing is that it doesn't matter because when it comes to running backs, it's Derrick Henry. Like, he got a lot, but he's suffering from the examples that's come before him. Like the Ezekiel Elliott payday didn't pan out. He got paid a lot and then nothing happened from it. So with running backs, you have to expect a very short. It's the short shelf life essentially. That's why I say the Titans are in that win now. So it's like, yeah, we're going to be like in cap hell, but we're trying to capitalize on our players while they're in their prime.
Yeah, Derrick Henry took a pay cut. He's the best back, but he's only a 2-down back. Absolutely. And they don't have a backup for him.
No.
And no.
That's going to hurt him in the long run.
Darrington Evans is not a backup. My bad. Like, until he can prove that he can do something relevant, he's not a backup. Win now means we're pushing for this is what I'm asking. Like, what legitimate chance do the Titans have to win a championship this year? I think it's maybe
Got a $12 million signing bonus also.
Well, they have to give it to him up front.
Well, what's his name? Tannehill restructured his deal to make room for Julio as well. There's room to maneuver around, but
yeah, because he's sitting here going, "Oh my God, I can't rely on Henry forever. And
I can't do it myself.
I think I'm elite. What do we need to do? Just pay me $5. I'll sign Julio."
Yeah. Again, I think that the Titans are doing what they can for this year. They're not
exactly.
If they don't make an AFC title game, it's a failure.
That is how they are proceeding. They are proceeding with the mentality of we are going for it.
We're going for it all.
We'll
make it. This is our 1999 year. If this doesn't happen this year, we're going to suck for the next 20 years. Cool.
Honestly,
this is
literally
going for it. Yeah.
Hurry, tell me if I'm wrong. Does this Titans team not remind you of the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs? All offense, no defense.
Yeah, but again, that
was that not the 2018? That was the 2018 Chiefs.
That was the 2018 team.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, I know. COVID threw. No, it's the. I mean, again, if they get to the AFC title game, fair enough. You know, if that's what getting to the shit or winning.
I think they want. Obviously, they want to win the Super Bowl. I want them to win the Super Bowl.
They're not getting to.
That's going for it. That's not the question. The question was, what are they trying to do? And I said, that's what they're trying to do. That's what all these moves are trying to build for. Will they? Won't? That's neither here nor there for me to say. I can't predict the future. But I'm saying those are the moves they're making for it.
Okay.
And they're trying to do it either this year, maybe next year, but definitely 2021 is what they're gunning for. Is the
Okay.
boom or bust.
So say you get
Boomer
knocked out in the
bust.
first round. So say you get knocked out in the first
Now
round.
they're fucked. Like
So what-
they're screwed.
That's
for the
a
next 10
failure
years.
for this team. They are trying to win the championship this year. If they lose in the playoffs, it is a failure.
So I'm going to ask. This was asked in the group earlier by our resident Titan troll RJ. He was asking if the Colts overachieved last year or underachieved, and I think the Colts. I think the Colts didn't do either, right? I don't think they overachieved. I also don't think they underachieved.
I think it depends. I mean, I don't know. I think Phillip Rivers was a bit of a question mark coming in. So I think Phillip Rivers. In my opinion, Phillip Rivers overachieved because he did not make as many risky throws as I saw him make in San Diego for decades. So I think they probably were better than I think people maybe expected them. Besides Harish.
He did exactly what I told you guys he was going to do. Like I sat here for 6 months and I was like, he's not going to make these throws. He's got a better offensive line. He's got checkdowns that he's going to use. He did exactly what.
Okay, so what does that have to do with the Titans' boom or bust year?
So no, my question is, last year, and I was talking to Jacoby about this earlier. Did the Titans overachieve or underachieve last year?
Last year, I would say it was well, it's hard to say. Okay, so the goal going in was obviously coming off of that AFC Championship loss was, again, to...
The next step, right?
Yeah, it was the next step.
Yeah.
I think as the season progressed, and this is where Donnie's going to want to check out here. Go ahead and put me on mute. As the season progressed and how bad the defense was, it's surprising that we got to 11-5 because our offense was that good. So at the beginning of the year, first round loss or like one and done in the playoffs, that's underachieved. But, if you ask me in December of 2020, I'm glad we won the division. And I think we were fortunate to be in that position. So it just depends on when it is that we're looking at.
Yeah. Oh, I think the 5-0 start to me puts it underachieving because you come off the AFC title game, right? You start the season.
Yeah, we were hot. We were hot.
Start the season 5-0, and then you lose 7 of your last 8. Right? Like, I think that's underachieving. Like, and then, sure, you win the division, then you go lay a goose egg.
I would say that, I think that if you look at our opponents in the first 5 games, I mean, the Bills was the toughest opponent we faced. So those were all shoulda wins games, and we did win those. And the second half of the season was where it got a little bit tougher for us in terms of our opponents and when we were facing them. Okay. I mean, I think the one outlier was the Bengals game where it's like, what the hell happened there? But the other ones, I think, were fairly predictable.
Matt,
outcomes. Besides,
London woke up, by the way. Say hello.
Hi, London.
What's up, little Ramsey?
Ryan. Matt, doesn't this feel a lot like the group?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're
I just sit back and I'm actually kind of loving it.
I like mayonnaise. I love Chris Fallon.
Right.
I don't know if I like boots or helmets. I don't know if I like it brown or to my hook better. Something better.
Okay, so anyway, so the overachieving, underachieving. What's going on, Harish? You want to know if we overachieved or underachieved last year? I would say the ultimate goal was to get to the next level, so we underachieved. I agree. The problems were clear, and it was because of our defense. This year, they're going for it. They're hoping to keep cashing in off of that system that Arthur Smith set up with that play action. They're going for it.
I think Arthur Smith was the catalyst.
Oh, I am very concerned about losing Arthur Smith.
Can I go back to the Buffalo Bills game?
Yes.
Can we not agree that the Titans got lucky and the whole COVID situation happened and they won?
No, because the COVID situation happened to the Titans.
I mean, look,
they won that game. The Bills just got done getting smoked by
Matt, here's the thing. Hang on. Hey, I will concede that the Bills were at a disadvantage because they were unsure if they were even going to be playing the Titans that week, and they had to have a short week to turn around a game plan for the Chiefs the very next week. I will concede that. 42-16, I don't know if I give them that much of a grace period in terms of this point spread, but I can concede that they were at a disadvantage. I will also say the Titans were at a disadvantage because they had no idea when if they
So
were
let
gonna
me-
be
let
playing,
me-
or if they were going to be facing any kind of repercussions from it.
So let me ask you, Titans better than the Bills last year because you beat them head to head?
No.
At that point in time, yes, but not at the end of the year. We
Yeah,
were
I
a
think the
better team
Bills
at that
team-
point, but the Bills definitely got better as the year
Yeah.
went by. No
I think that's-
question.
Are you beating the Bills this year? No, come
Probably
on.
not.
No way.
But
No,
again,
but here's the
it's
thing.
early. It's early to make predictions like that.
so
I want
here's
to
the
see the
thing,
team get. I
right?
want to see my defense get out there. I want to see what they can do. They're young.
But
you know
but
what
the
I mean?
Bills
I don't know.
defense. So last year the Bills defense was good, and they got even better.
And
their
actually,
offense and their offense got even better. And Josh Allen is. I know you Titan fans hype up Ryan Tannehill as a top.
Josh
10
Allen
quarterback.
is way
Josh
better
Allen
than
is
top.
actually top 10 quarterback.
Top 5 actually. I'd put
Yeah,
Josh Allen.
easily.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But I'm a Josh Allen homer. I like Josh Allen coming out of Wyoming. A lot of people didn't.
How about this? Though? I'd rather be lucky than good.
Well, you need luck.
I
mean, look at
okay,
your-
if we got lucky, okay, we got the win. All right, fine.
I'm not trying to, winning championships require luck, right?
Yeah, everyone has to have a confluence
getting
of luck.
to a-
I mean, the Buccaneers were
2000
lucky.
yeah.
The Buccaneers were lucky that the Chiefs' offensive line was completely decimated.
Yeah.
It's
Well, they took
lucky,
advantage
but you know what? You don't take it away from them because you play who you play.
So you're helping
That's
me
it.
about the whole Bills thing. They took advantage of it, just like the Titans
Right,
took
you play
advantage.
who you play. Yeah.
Right.
So,
What do you expect
so
me to? I don't understand what the deal is.
the Bills,
guys,
the Bills at the point
guys.
that you played them,
Gardner Minshew cut his mullet off.
nobody cares. You're trading him. Why are you so obsessed?
Okay,
you're,
so
you're
I don't
obsessed with
understand-
former
so-
I'm just
Jags.
trying to
Like,
get
what
you
is
to
it?
think
Okay.
subject.
Okay, so yes, Matt, yes, the Bills were better than the Titans last year. Congratulations, they were. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because if
Honestly, I hear that the price is going up. Kind of like
honestly,
Like everything else in the world.
honestly, I really think if it was a regular season and COVID did not happen, they would not lost that game. I really don't see that happen.
It gets hard. Like
You can't-
I can't play the what ifs. Like I said, I will concede that the Bills had these disadvantages going forward, but we won 42-16. So what's the point? Like, how many points do we give them for this? Oh, okay. Well, okay, you had the disadvantages. That gives you another 30 points. So now we lose. What are you talking about?
So here's the thing: the Bills they went 8-1 after that game, or something.
Yeah, and
ridiculous.
their loss to the Cardinals was luck.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. It's just like, they just got lucky, all that stuff. Who
At
cares?
the end of the day,
I
they
picked
lost
the win.
42. Yeah. At the end of the day, yes, they lost 42-16, but at the end of the day, that game meant absolutely nothing to the Bills.
Right, because they went to the AFC Championship.
Right. It's like I don't understand what the point is.
Yeah. I mean, my question was just, do you think they're overachieving or underachieving? I'm going to say the Titans underachieved because of what they accomplished the year before.
Yeah, again.
They started.
Yes.
And again,
If you look at everything on the paper,
yeah, we're not looking
everything
at
on
this
paper,
time.
yes.
I'm
We
looking at
wanted,
the
yes,
direction of
we
the season.
wanted to get to that Super Bowl. We overachieved in 2019 because we got to the playoffs and we were fortunate to get there. And god damn, did we go on a run? And I wish we could have finished it off, but we didn't. So our sights were set on taking the next step. What's up? Sorry, Matt.
I said you ran into a brick wall called the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs were just Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I didn't think we'd get out of New England, but god damn it, nobody could stop Derrick Henry. And then the Baltimore game, it's like I
That's
noticed
the other thing. That New England team was not very good.
It was garbage.
They were fixing to blow us out, but our defense saved that game because they were fixing to go up 17-7.
Didn't y'all
And then
blow
our
them out?
defense made a goal line stand that only forced the field goal, and then we just took it from there.
I thought y'all led the whole way.
No,
Yeah,
we didn't.
no.
No, we did not.
So you basically,
It was 7-7, and then they ended up getting if I remember right, they ended up getting a field goal. It was 10-7, and then the Patriots were at the goal line and they were ready to score and go up 17-7 before the half. But we make a goal line stand to force the field goal. They had several chances at the one to get it in, but we stopped them, and then they kick a field goal, and then right before halftime, Derrick Henry took every snap. In a 2-minute drill, Derrick Henry ran the ball the length of the field to get the touchdown to go up 14-13, and then we never gave up the lead in the second half. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Sorry, now I
Anyway,
sound like a Colts fan talking about the past.
Yeah. that New England team was terrible, so it doesn't really matter.
And the Patriots.
What? Sam?
I said two of the things I hate talking about the most: Titans and the Patriots.
I
Me too.
I like talking about the ending Tom Brady's career in New England.
Yeah. Yeah. So much for ending Tom Brady's
I said in New England.
dynasty.
I enjoy ruining the Patriots' day. That was fun.
That's always fun. I love
Yes.
winning the Patriots Day. I can't wait to do it this year with Cam Newton.
So yes, the Titans' goal is to win the Super Bowl. If we do not win the Super Bowl, it is
Everybody's
a
goal.
loss.
Stupid.
No. But I was saying, like,
It's
this is
everybody's
like
goal.
this is it. Like, this is it.
So it's Super Bowl or bust?
I believe that is how J-Rob and everybody's going forward with the mentality.
Well,
That
it's a
is
bust
the way
year.
they're looking at it.
Well, it's a bust year then.
So yeah,
I'll just
they
say that.
didn't blow out the Patriots. They blew out the
The Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah,
Yeah.
20.
The next game, right? That was the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, their next turn. Yeah.
Well, Titans fans, get ready for bust year because you're not winning the Super Bowl. You're not even getting to the Super Bowl.
If you guys are listening and you're not part of the AFC South Fan Battle group on Facebook, this is exactly what it's like. News fest. Quiet Texans fans, quiet Jags fans. You don't even have to say anything. You just laugh at the Titans and Colts. They
Well,
go
it's 'cause
back.
y'all get nothing to say.
Laugh at the
don't-
winners.
Us Texan fans don't sit back and just listen. We make fun of the Titans fan who
I will say
brag
this.
about beating the Texans. Beating Texans.
I'll say
with
this. This is the
Matt
most I
Cobb
spent
and
talking about the
Case
Titans.
Keenum
This is the
and-
most I spent talking about the Titans. Most of the time, we have to get Sam to shut up talking about stupid Jaguars haircuts.
That's why she had to bring up the mullet.
Ben? We're
Um,
back to Gardner Minshew returned to his normal form as
Are we still talking? We finished talking about the Jaguars. Let's go to
It
the
was like
Texans. They're next, right?
I think
No.
we talked about
No.
it.
No, we already finished.
We're never next. All right? We're done for the
about it.
next like 8 years, guys. All right, we'll see you on.
well. Is there anything for you guys to say before we log off? This was supposed to be quick again.
No. Hey, one more week. Just one more week, guys. The off season is over in one more week.
Hey, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
We're gonna change his profile pic to it soon.
Well, guys, we thank you for tuning in this evening. Once again, sorry for all the technical difficulties. We will be back on track next week on our new network, training camp, more news, and hopefully John will be negative again. I like him better negative. So
Matt Overton.
on that note, hope you all have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I can't stop it. Hold on.
As Joe Kobe said, nothing but shirtless Henry pics on his OnlyFans page.
I can't stop the live stream. Give me a second. This is fun. Good times. We are having such technical difficulties. I can't even quit the live
Can't
stream.
even stop it.
This is fun.